Okay, what I'm going to show you today is some maintenance work on dryers and another segment on washers. Like anything else, you've got to use proper safety precautions. Here's some here, for example, here's hearing protection. We'll be using a leaf blower in some of the segments, and it makes a lot of noise. Dust protection. With the leaf blower, it kicks up a lot of dust, and even when you're working with a vacuum or digging around, you could pick up a lot of lint in the air. So best to use lung protection. Eye protection, safety glasses would be a good thing to use. We find using a headlight, either this low-cost one or this fancy schmancy one, which my son got me, which has got a battery in the back. And, these work great to be able to see what you're doing. But even wearing it on your head, you'll find there will be times where you'll take it off and use it to move it around inside the dryer to see what you're doing. Anything I'm showing you is my own experience. I'm not a journeyman. I have no formal education in this area. It's just stuff I picked up through the years on my own and watching other YouTube videos. So you're watching this with no warranty or liability of any kind. So, of course, as everybody has their circuit panels labeled with every circuit, and so here's the dryer, and I turn off the dryer power. And if you haven't done that, that's a thing to do, because if you do have to turn off a circuit, it's kind of handy to know which breaker, rather than did that work, did that work. So every dryer style is a little different. With this particular one, there's screws, only two of them here, that are under here, and then this lid will lift off. Again, we've turned off the power. I prefer to turn the breaker off than try and pull out the cord, because the cord's a bugger to pull out, and you might touch one of the leads when you're taking it out. So.
Why is this light on near the outlet?
Oh,
the car's turned off?
That's the ground fault indicator showing that there's still power going to that outlet, but that's a plug-in for the washing machine. So like the power I turned off is this one for the dryer. And I know it's off because I had the breaker properly labeled, and there was a light on inside the dryer that's now off. So. You can see the motor in there, there's some lint in the motor, and I'm going to try and get to you might, here's the green, like that, and then it might not work because of the amount of light. Yeah, so I'm going to try and get in there and get at that. So you pull out, and I'll let get in here. You'll also notice inside the dryer that I had taped all of these pipes as well, here and back there. And that was to prevent any of the lint from escaping the pipe into the bottom of the dryer. That was my theory anyway. Yeah. I don't know if you can see on the fins. The fins of the fan, there's some crap. Oh, great. Can you see that? My pen is pointing to it. And there's a little bit of crap there. There's some there. I'm just going to work off whatever. Oh, here's a few screws. Oh, here's a chunk. As to whether you really have to do that, well, I don't know. In general, it's pretty clean. Inside at the bottom of that fan thing, I can see some crap on the bottom, which I'm hoping when we put it back together and maybe use the leaf blower again, it might blow that stuff out. I think it probably fell off of the, can you see that at the bottom? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that when we start it up, that'll get blown out.
And what about a damp cloth?
I can't get in there because this is right up against here. I think to get properly down to the bottom there, you would end up having to take the fan off with the 3 screws here. With this one, these 3 screws, maybe even a 4th one. My main thing was that the first time I did it, there was just like a fistful of hard crap right here, and now there's none. So now we're going to put it back together. So these little tabs, in this case, this hooks into that little hole, and this guy here hooks into that little hole. And you want to watch it. I'll hit you to watch the wires while I turn it around. Come up top here to look down. So the thing would be if the wire was over like this. Oh yeah, right, good point. If the wire was over like this and you went to close it, it could get pinched between the frame, like the wire would get pinched between these two. So you want to make sure these wires are over so that they're clear when you lift it up. And then you're going to lift the drum up so that it fits in here. And now we're ready to put the screws back in once I find the screwdriver. And again, don't drop the screws because I'll just take one at a time for now. Older style dryers, they sometimes used sockets. What you could do too, I suppose, is before you would take it apart, you take a little felt marker and make a mark if there's multiple holes so you know which one it goes into. And I like to make these good and tight. So when you're going to line with this particular one, these tabs are going to go in these 3 slots. These 3 guys go in here. So I'm going to bring it up and click it in. And now I got to bring it forward just a bit. I'm just going to point out here, I'm having to bring it forward so this clears here. So if I push back, this hits there. So I just drag it forward a bit and it clears. Now I make sure that these tabs are going to go in these 2 holes. One in and the other one in. Okay. And now
So the 2 screws.
Door and these 2 screws here. It's a lot easier with 2 people rather than 1.
How about 3 people?
3? Well, we won't always have the camera.
You always need someone with the camera.
Yeah. I'm not sure that, I don't think that went in straight. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to show up here. I realized that I should feed the screw through the top of the metal and get it into the cover before I start screwing it. Otherwise I may be screwing for nothing.